What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I think I just cut off a little bit of the intro, but you know what? It's alright. It is alright. Today I'm bringing you round 2 of the Litheo Battle Association. I'm going up against 2015 Just, Ryan, Kyce, Riley, whatever you would like to call him. That is who I'm going up against. He's a fantastic battler. I've had to battle him like 5 times. Literally 5 times probably. Actually, that's probably a little bit of an overstatement. 1, 2, 3... like 4 times probably in a tournament style, just because in like we always do like the same PDLs and things like that. It's really freaking cool. And during the Litheo region, he's normally a gym leader, so that's really freaking cool. We always have a big rivalry going on because he is the Baltimore Bisharps and I am the Baltimore Braviary, so it's always kind of like a Baltimore thing. But looking at his team, I see that he has a Hitmontop and a Darmanitan and a Jolteon. So I'm like, so either the Jolteon or the Darmanitan is going to lead, and they're going to go out. They're going to go out. They're going to go out into the Hitmontop to get up the Stealth Rocks or something like that. I'm going to lead off with my Conkeldurr, just for the simple fact that Conkeldurr can basically take a hit from anything unless his Darmanitan is Choice Banded or Adamant or something like that. I'm pretty sure Conkeldurr could take it because, you know, Conkeldurr is kind of sort of a monster and a half. He's just really freaking awesome. If my dogs bark, so help me Jesus, I will kill them. Like, not literally, because I love my animals, but I'll be pretty upset. He does go for the Flare Blitz turn 1 and knocks me out. So I was like, so that's how this battle's going to be. That's going to be awesome. I'm so glad that we're getting this battle off to such a crappy start. It's so freaking nice. I then go out in my Slowbro, figuring he has choice. He's going to have to hard switch, and he's going to go out into something like the Hitmontop or the Gastrodon or something like that. And because he was going onto one of his walls, I went for a Yawn. Because that Yawn right there is going to make him switch out right away. I can get up a Calm Mind, and I can hit anything that I want, really. Because nothing wants to take a Calm Mind or a Scald. But he goes on to the Jolteon, and I'm like, well, I can't take a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch, so that's not really going to happen. So I went for the Scald instead, and that did a decent amount. I'm actually, like, okay with how much that did. I'm like okay with it. It's not really like the best, but it's okay. I then go into my Venusaur because my Venusaur is like a bulky special tank and a half. It's pretty freaking awesome. Like, look at that. That Life Orb Thunderbolt, or no, not Life Orb, Choice Specs, I think. It's either Choice Specs or, I'm pretty sure it's Choice Specs. He goes under the Sigilyph because Sigilyph is Magic Garden. This Sigilyph gives me more trouble than any Pokemon in the entire universe has. And if you've been in my channel for more than like, I want to say 3 months, you would have seen a battle that I had against Sigilyph a long time ago against Ampharos, I think it was Ampharos. But I'm going to switch right out in my Rampardos right here, because Rampardos can head smash anything and knock it out, really, because Rampardos is just that much of a monster. Wow, he's so freaking powerful, and he knows that this thing cannot take a head smash, so he's going to switch right out into his Hitmontop, get off the Intimidate, and it's going to be kind of a pain having to deal with, like, the Hitmontop Gastrodon combo, because I can't go for any Water-type moves. He can switch right into his Gastrodon, get the Storm Drain, and make my Water-type move useless, so I can't really use Slowbro the way I would like to. So I have to switch out because I am Choice Banded into Head Smash. And since if you bark, I will hurt you. I'll turn into Liam Neeson and I will hurt you. I'm sorry. So I go into my Latias on the Earthquake. That was not a prediction of any sort at all. That was complete luck. That is complete luck. I will not take credit for that awesome play. I will just say that I was lucky. I then go for the Dragon Pulse because I figure Psyshock, it may not hurt as much of his team as a Dragon Pulse will, so I just went for a Dragon Pulse. And I then go into my Venusaur because I know that I can take a Scald, and these things normally don't carry much except for Scald and Ice Beam. They may carry a Recover, Stockpile, or a Yawn, or something like that, or even like a Barrier or a Screen or something like that. I think. Don't quote me on that. I do go for the Giga Drain, and that hit didn't kill. Oh my lord, it didn't kill. I really thought it was going to kill. And he goes for the Recover. Like, what the heckaroo, man? What the heck? I don't know if he, like, expected me to do that, and he just planned the Recover, and then I predicted him to switch out into the freaking thing, the freaking, Sigilyph, and I went for a Sludge Bomb, and he went for a Recover, now he's back up to full health. I was like, oh my Jesus, this Gastrodon is going to give me so much freaking trouble. I hate Gastrodon. Gastrodon is one of my least favorite Pokemon. He has on his team a Gastrodon and a Jolteon, my two least favorite Pokemon. Like, oh my god, it made me so mad. And then he switched out into Sigilyph on the Leech Seed, which doesn't affect him because he's Magic Guard. Like, he was making so many freaking good plays that it was insane. I then go into my Typhlosion. I don't know why. I figured, you know what, Typhlosion, Choice Specs Eruption. Let's just see how it will do. He goes for the Roost, switches right out, back up to full HP. So I'm like, oh my god, this thing is going to be so freaking, this is going to be a pain. I'm not going to be able to beat him. I knew I wasn't going to be able to beat him. Choice Specs Eruption did about 40%, maybe? Maybe that's 40%, maybe a little bit less, but it's a decent amount. And then I go back out my Venusaur. Like, there is no freaking way I'm going to be able to do this. He goes for the Scald. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that because I can just Giga Drain and get my health back. I'm not that worried about it. As long as he doesn't get the burn. If he gets the burn, then I'll be upset. So he goes back out in freaking Sigilyph because he's being a little dingus and using freaking Sigilyph. Hashtag dingus. If you can, please hashtag dingus in the comment section. That would make me really happy, actually. Hashtag dingus. D-I-N-G-U-S. I kind of have to play the switch game on this because he's going to go for a Cosmic Power right here. And a Choice Scarf Stab Head Smash from a Rampardos can knock this thing out from a +2. I expected him to switch and he didn't. It made me so freaking angry. I thought he was going into the Hitmontop and I was like, oh my god, now he's at +2. I have to switch out into Latias. 2 reasons. Latias can eat up 2 Cosmic Powers at +3 and he may be able to score a crit. May be able to. So he goes for the Roost on the switch out, back up to full HP. So you know what? I just have to go for Dragon Pulses and pray to Jesus that I get a freaking crit because I'm not going to. I get the crit. I get the crit first turn. I actually live commentated this battle in the beginning, but my mom had to be a little dingus and come down and disturb my recording, and I was like, you know what? F it, I'll post-commentate it. As soon as I got that crit, I was like, that changed the entire battle. That made me win. That made me win right there. So I go back out on my Rampardos. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to ever predict. I'm going to go for a Head Smash on his Sigilyph, but he switched it out, thank God, and went into Gastrodon. Now, I don't really know how much that mattered. I could have stayed in and gone for something like a Zen Headbutt or even an Earthquake, and it would have done a decent amount of damage. But I know that my Venusaur can come in, and Venusaur can honestly just go for a Giga Drain and knock out that Sigilyph. It really can. And this thing is doing 15 damage to me with Scald. So I know for a fact that Venusaur was probably the best first round pick I could have ever had. Goes into Darmanitan on the Giga Drain. Now, since Darmanitan is being forced out because Sigilyph is at such low HP, I know for a fact he's going to go for the Flare Blitz. I know he is. He's going to do everything he can to like whittle down like my team as best he can, but he goes for the U-turn. He was making so many freaking good plays. I cannot stress that enough. He made so many good plays that it made it so hard for me to do anything. So he goes back out into his freaking Sigilyph, and I'm like, you know what? This thing is going to roost up. I can't knock it out with a Scald. I just need to go back out into Rampardos, scare it out, go for a freaking Head Smash, and end this thing. This game has been all switches. All freaking switches, and it's really annoying. Now right here I was like, wait, if he just roosted, does he lose his flying type for the next turn? And I was like, no, I don't think he does. So I just go for the Head Smash, and he goes into his Gastrodon, and I don't think this kills it, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, because I miss. Because I freaking miss. Thanks for the crit, Black Magic. Now hand me a miss. Well, that made me so angry. But then I go out in my Latias, and Latias is basically a really good counter to 95% of his team. He can eat a hit from Jolteon as long as it isn't Shadow Ball or HP Ice. Gastrodon, Keldeo, Sigilyph, like it can hold its own. So I do go for the Dragon Pulse as he goes for the Scald, and I think he predicted me to switch out. Venusaur, but at this point in time, I was like, nope, Latias, I'm just gonna let you do what you gotta do, man. You gotta make what you can out of a crappy situation. I go for the Psy Shock, and that did nothing and a half. It did about 0.5 past nothing, so it was really upsetting. And he switches right out again. I don't know why he went for the double switch, and he goes out into Gastrodon. I don't know if that was a misclick or what. Really don't know. But I am going to go for a Psy Shock. And Psy Shock, I wasn't really surprised that it knocked it out, but I was kind of on the more surprised side just because Psy Shock is a physical move. Then goes out into Darmanitan. I know a U-turn is freaking coming my way. Like, Latias, you did a good job, man. Come take a seat, and let Slowbro eat up this U-turn real quick, because that's what Slowbro's meant to do. Goes for a U-turn, which I don't know if you guys know this, but Slowbro has slowly been becoming one of my favorite Pokemon. It eats up everything, as long as it's physical. It eats up freaking everything. Now, Jolteon is going to come in, and Jolteon is, Jolteon's a problem, because I don't have much that can eat it up and hurt it. Like, I have my Venusaur, but aside from Venusaur, once Venusaur is dead, I have nothing for it. Like, I have literally nothing and a half. It's really bad. He goes for the Volt Switch, and of course he's going to go right out into the Darmanitan, because Darmanitan can OHKO me with a Flare Blitz. What the heckaroo, man? So, actually goes on to Sigilyph. I forgot this part of the battle. This battle is 49 turns long. It was really freaking long. I go to my Rampardos. Now, I'm going to flat out say this. This kills me inside to say this, just because my favorite typing is normal. As you guys all know, I love normal types, they're my favorite. But Rampardos and Typhlosion are my two favorite Pokemon of all time. They are the official mascots of this channel, is Rampardos and Typhlosion. I would rather have a complete team of just those two Pokemon and no others than anything else, because I love these two so freaking much. I've been using them on Battle Spot. They're so good. They're my two favorite Pokemon. I'm going to flat out say it, and that's what I'm going to stick with. Typhlosion and Rampardos, my two favorites. Obviously, I have others that I'm going to say are my favorite, but Rampardos and Typhlosion are my two favorite Pokemon. I don't know why. I love Rampardos' design, and I love Typhlosion's design, and they're both just really freaking powerful. Like, they can't really take hits, but they can dish them out really freaking hard. Now, you guys are probably watching the battle, so I'm not going to go over what just happened. Basically, I switch out to my Venusaur, he goes for an Earthquake, and I eat it up! Like, I don't understand how I ate it up so freaking well. Get a crit on the Sludge Bomb, and I get the poison. I felt like an ass. To put it very simply, I felt like an ass. So, he does have the leftovers, and he does have the poison. Now, I do carry Protect on my Venusaur, just for situations like this. If I need to stall out a little bit longer for the poison, what the heckaroo? Why not do it? So he is going to get the leftovers, get hurt by the poison, and the poison is actually not going to take him out. He's going to live with, I think he said 2 HP or 3 HP or something like that. And I was like, well, I don't know, my Venusaur can outspeed, so I'm kind of sort of screwed. So I go into my Slowbro, because of course Slowbro can eat up freaking anything. I'm going to say it again. It can eat up anything. I was playing on Battle Spot, and I had a +2 Garchomp in front of me. A +2 Garchomp went for an, it was either a Dragon Claw, I think it was a Dragon Claw, and it didn't knock me out. I don't know if it was a low roll, I haven't calced it, but he had weakness policy, so it took him up to +2, and he didn't kill me, so I was pretty freaking happy. So now Sigilyph is going to come back out after I knock out the freaking Hitmontop. Now, I believe I've only taken down 2 of his Pokemon. I've only taken down 2. I've only taken down the freaking Gastrodon and the Hitmontop, but those are his 2 main wall cores, so it really did matter. So now, I'm going to go for the Head Smash. I need to get the Sigilyph out of there, and of course, Head Smash kills, because Rampardos is a monster. Like, I don't know how many people realize this, but that's why I love Rampardos. He's a freaking monster. Freaking love Rampardos. He's then going to go out into Keldeo, and I didn't really know if I should stay in or switch out, because if he is Scarfed, then I think I could outspeed. I thought I could. I don't run any damage calcs. I don't check speeds of anything. I figure if I'm meant to win, I will win. So he's going to go for the Secret Sword on the Venusaur, and that surprisingly did a lot of damage. However, right here, he made a huge misplay and went for the Hidden Power Ice, I believe. Maybe Hidden Power Fire, something like that. Because of Thick Fat, I lived. So he made a huge misplay. I get to go for a Giga Drain, almost knock him out, and I get to go all the way back up to almost half HP. So that was a huge misplay. He goes for the Hydro Pump. It will not knock me out because I'm so freaking bulky. And I just, I get to let him go down to the Life Orb. So that sucks that nobody gets the kill for Keldeo, but you know what? It's alright. So then Jolteon is going to come in, and I know Jolteon's going to be able to knock me out because he is Life Orbed. However, I didn't really care because Venusaur's kind of sort of done his job. I really need him for Jolteon, but I can't outspeed a Jolteon. And with him having Signal Beam, there's nothing I can do. Like, absolutely nothing. So I then go into my Latias just to eat up another Signal Beam because Latias is kind of sort of useless at this point in time. And, if I'm not mistaken, he just has his Darmanitan and his Jolteon left, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go. Yep, Darmanitan. He is choiced Jolteon. Obviously, that's why he switched out, because he cannot hurt me with a Signal Beam. He can't do it. It's just impossible. The Eruption does take out the Darmanitan. Now, right here, I had a little bit of a mind game. I am not a Scarfed Typhlosion. I'm a Specs Typhlosion. I cannot outspeed this thing. He is going to hit me with a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch. My Eruption will not kill once he hits me. So I have to let my Rampardos go down to a Thunderbolt, switch back into my Typhlosion. That was my whole mindset, so I can just go for a Flamethrower instead of Eruption. That was the only thing I cared about, because I didn't even think I could live this thing, because I don't have a perfect special defense because I have HP Ground. So I just needed, if I want to win, I have to live this, and I live it at 24 HP, and I go for the Flamethrower. Choice Specs Flamethrower at Blaze range is going to knock out this Jolteon, and that leaves me with a victory of 2-0. That was one of the best battles I think I've ever had in any competition. So I want to thank you very much for the battle, Ryan. It was so freaking good. Thank you very, very much. I hope you do very well in the LBA, just as I hope for myself. I hope everybody does really well, honestly, but obviously that can't happen. Make sure you guys leave a like and a comment down below saying hashtag Dingus for me. Also, question of the day. What is your guys' favorite soda? Because I went to the gas station today, and I got 2 grape sodas, and they're already gone. And it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. So, make sure you guys leave a like and a comment down below. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys later. Bye!